The Church Growth and Giving Show, your resource for growing faithful communities. Brought to you by Vanco, helping tens of thousands of churches thrive for over 20 years. Join Jordan and Andy as they share insights drawn from decades of church giving and engagement expertise.
What's the difference between a one-time church visitor and someone who becomes a long-term member? That's what we're covering today on the Church Growth and Giving Show.
Getting visitors to return, that's a huge challenge across the board. Churches put so much effort into getting new people in the door, but statistics show fewer than 15% return for a second visit. The message might be solid and the music might be moving, but the welcome experience can make or break the connection.
I've heard so many stories about that. Walking into a new church can feel intimidating, especially if everyone's already in their cliques. If nobody says hello or shows you where to go, it's easy to feel out of place.
Creating a sense of belonging needs to happen long before the sermon starts. It begins in the parking lot. Some churches have designated visitor parking spaces, and even small congregations can reserve 2 or 3 prime spots. That one detail can shift the experience from "you're just another face" to "we've been hoping you'd be here."
That kind of thoughtful touch stands out. Greeters are the next big opportunity. Go beyond shaking hands and set a truly welcoming tone. Someone who smiles, opens the door, and offers simple directions can turn anxiety into relief.
Positioning greeters at multiple entry points, including the parking lot, is a great way to make sure every guest feels welcomed, not just the ones who come through the main entrance. Youth ministries can even train teen greeters to help other teens feel more at ease.
I love that. Peer to peer hospitality. Another simple yet powerful tool is welcome videos. Picture this: music playing softly, colorful visuals on screen, a warm voice explaining what the church is about and how the service works. That helps orient people, especially those new to church altogether.
Visual introductions ease a lot of pressure. People want to know what they're walking into. Vanco actually created a playlist of these videos, everything from countdowns to welcome messages, that churches can play before service even begins.
That's a really helpful resource, especially for smaller churches. And then there's the Welcome Center. The space doesn't have to be fancy. A small table near the sanctuary works just fine. It's a place where visitors can get answers to basic questions like, where's the restroom? Or, is there a children's program?
Volunteers staffing the Welcome Center can use communication devices to quickly find help if they're unsure about something. It keeps the visitor experience smooth and supportive. And speaking of smooth, seating matters too.
Giving guests the best seats in the house isn't just about optics, it's a message. It says, we want you here and we made space for you. Ushers can guide newcomers to a reserved section, hand them a hymnal or a bulletin, and make sure they feel settled.
All of these touches add up. Then comes the moment in the service where visitors are officially welcomed. It's a practice that varies by region. Some churches have guests stand, others ask them to introduce themselves. There's also the reality that some guests prefer not to be singled out, so it's good for churches to give them a shout out without them needing to stand. Either way, acknowledging them matters.
I have been in churches where the whole room turns toward the guests with genuine warmth. Choirs sing welcome songs, members offer hugs or handshakes. It turns a formal moment into something deeply personal. Other churches just issue a friendly welcome from the stage and invite guests to connect with leaders after the service.
Following that with a thoughtful welcome packet takes things even further. Include a connection card, maybe a tithe envelope that helps identify new attendees, a prayer request card, or even a bookmark with an uplifting scriptures and the church's contact details.
People remember the little details. A piece of gum, a custom pen, or a sticker, it all sends the message that someone cared enough to plan ahead. And if you want to go the extra mile, a swag bag really ups the ante.
Swag bags work best for churches that have invested in branding. Think t-shirts, journals, hand sanitizer with your logo, maybe a snack and a coupon for a free item in the bookstore. It shows you're confident in your church identity and serious about making people feel special.
And there's strategy behind it too. When people pick up their swag bag, it's a perfect time to collect contact info. Not in a pushy way, just a natural part of the exchange.
After church, invite visitors to a reception. Light refreshments, a chance to meet the pastor and volunteers from the new member ministry, can explain what happens next if they choose to join.
It's one thing to attend service, it's another to be invited into community. And that's where the invitation to join comes in. It doesn't have to be dramatic, just a gentle ask. Are you ready to take that next step?
Capturing that moment matters. When someone steps forward, they're escorted to a separate space to fill out forms, meet the team, and start their journey. It becomes a memory, not just a process.
Follow up is where churches often drop the ball. Email marketing helps here. A quick thank you message, maybe a recap of the service, links to event calendars, and the church's contact info can keep the connection alive.
And those welcome letters, they're timeless. Whether it's a note for a first time visitor, someone who's returned, or even a youth guest, personalization makes a difference. Addressing the parents directly when writing about youth visitors shows consideration and care.
Including upcoming events like Vacation Bible School or youth retreats gives families a reason to come back. And if they made an offering, a letter thanking them and explaining how their gift supports the church's work in the community builds trust.
Transparency goes a long way. Share the impact their contribution made possible, like a food drive or a shelter project, and invite them to future outreach events. This kind of communication cultivates loyalty and connection.
For families with infants, a nursery is a game changer. Parents get to focus on worship while knowing their baby is cared for. With the right alert system, they stay informed discreetly. No flashing messages or awkward interruptions.
That same care should extend to older kids through a children's ministry. Activities, age appropriate lessons, and a vibrant environment help them grow spiritually. Parents notice when their kids are excited to come back.
Behind the scenes, church management software keeps everything organized. From logging visitor info to tracking attendance and follow ups, it helps ministries stay on top of relationships.
And then there's the touch team ministry. Reaching out once a month just to say, "We're thinking of you," makes people feel remembered. It can re engage those who've slipped away and deepen bonds with regular attendees.
A personal call from the pastor can be even more impactful, especially if someone shared something heavy during their visit. A phone call shows genuine care. Churches need to go beyond saying the right words and really show up.
Visual cues matter too. Banners throughout the campus can direct traffic, promote events, or simply say, "Welcome." They're cost effective and approachable. Not everyone reads a bulletin, but they will notice a bright, cheerful sign.
Let's not forget the role of the prayer ministry. Opening those meetings to the public creates safe spaces for people to connect and grow spiritually, especially around the holidays when people are searching for peace and purpose.
Prayer is powerful, and making it accessible to new faces is key. So is helping them connect with church leaders. Invite visitors to take a photo with the pastor. It's not about ego, it's about creating memories. A designated photo area with a branded backdrop turns a simple picture into a powerful piece of outreach once it hits social media.
Transportation also helps make church accessible. A bus ministry or rideshare program ensures no one is left out. Mention it on your website, in your voicemail, and in the bulletin. Let people know you'll get them there.
The Christmas season is another focal point for visitors. It's a time of year when the most visitors will walk through the doors of many churches.
To maximize that opportunity during the holidays, offer themed gift baskets. It helps fund church initiatives and gets people into the building who might not otherwise attend. They shop, they engage, they might just stay.
Going beyond just Christmas, host a seasonal revival. Whether spring or fall, it brings fresh energy into the congregation. Visitors come in droves, and that's your chance to implement every one of these welcome strategies to show them your church is more than just a service. It's a home.
It's all about follow through. Make it easy to say yes. Make it hard to feel invisible. From the parking lot to the pulpit and beyond, every step matters.
For churches ready to build deeper connections, Vanco's welcome kits and digital tools are a great place to start. Don't reinvent the wheel. Download the templates, use the videos, and bring these ideas to life.
Thanks for joining us today on the Church Growth and Giving Show. If you're looking to grow your church by welcoming people with purpose and heart, take action now. Equip your team. Update your tools. Liking and subscribing to our channel is a great way to do that because we're always building new resources to help churches thrive. See you back here next time.